Okay, y'all, this is day 2. The storms, I probably have do I have whipped cream on my face? Let's start this over. So, I pretty much, I don't want to say I killed myself yesterday because I'm standing here and I'm thankful. We're gonna have, hopefully by 11 this morning, about 90 to 95% of everything done. I don't think we're gonna have my sweet potatoes in, and the reason I'm giving you this timeline is because thunderstorms are supposed to move in. They were supposed to move in as early as 8. What you looking for over there, hunky man? Okay, he's not talking. We were in the garden last night till after 10:30. I'm not joking. But we were determined to get our fencing up around the garden so that the rabbits don't come in and take everything that we've got. We did let Cora out, y'all, and we're gonna have to get the rest of the fencing up because, you know, she got excited. So she ran through my pumpkins and not sweet potatoes, my cabbage, not cabbage. I don't even know what I've planted anymore. Oh. So this is going to be a very strange and hodgepodge video. I don't even know, I mean, I'm not even gonna worry about how I'm gonna put it together. Right now, I'm just stressed about getting all the garden in, at least about 90-95%. So, good morning. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. So, I got the last of these tomatoes for 50 cents, y'all. 50 cents. Have you been out to see all the prices of these? Like $3.98 for a tomato plant is just like, I mean, you know, I don't know. So anyway, I didn't do seeds this year because, I mean, most of the things that we're planting, if it's by seed, it's all my seed. I'm not using anything left that is anything bought. It's all mine that we have seed saved from. But the thing is I said I was gonna buy my tomatoes and peppers because the house was being redone in January, February, March, blah, blah, blah. And I just said I'm not gonna fool with that. There was like no place to put seeds. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna clip off these little yucky leaves and we're gonna baby up these tomatoes. Look, 50 cents. So be looking at some of your mom and pop stores and different places like that. You don't have to just go to Lowe's or Home Depot. Go to some odd places. I know there's some different places that sell like boat parts and weird things, but the guy loves to you know, grow vegetables and different things like that. So he's got a little greenhouse in there and he grows incredible things. So long story short, gotta get busy. So here's the thing. We have this entire garden here and that entire garden way up yonder. And I've got the woven weave landscaping fabric. I'm just going to be using it in the hot spots between important plants where, you know, I do want to keep the weeding down. So I've already got my Missouri Wonders planted on we took this whole thing down yesterday. So it's not just, oh, look, here's this and this when we plant. No, everything had to come down. Everything had to be tilled, removed, de-rocked, unrocky topped, whatever, amended, whatever, and then put fresh back up. I mean, that's what takes so long, okay, out in the 90-degree heat. So we burned up late yesterday. But long story short, I am trying this out, and I still have to finish putting more stakes in. As you can see, I've got a stake stuck up there. Sometimes they're a little difficult. But I'm just trying to keep the hot spots down. You know what I'm saying? Where if weeds kind of grow over here, I'm not freaked out about that. You know, historically, farmers and especially Cherokee women, they didn't care about that. They didn't care about that. But that's another video and time. I think we've talked about that before. So I'm trying it out, and that's all I've got left. So I'm trying to make that last little bit go in the tunnel because that's where I want to put my sweet potatoes. So got to get these things in the ground. Okay, so I can already hear a bunch of you saying, girlfriend, you're supposed to plant your tomatoes in that stuff. Yes, I know. But I'm picking and choosing how I'm using this stuff because this is my first time getting it. And if you've ever bought this, let me just give you a word to the wise. This stuff to me, I think is very expensive. Is it worth it? Sure. But this is not something that you're just going to go and spend $900 on. I mean, I can't. I mean, if you can, more power to you guys. But, you know, to get, I mean, you're spending several $100, $200, $300, depending on how long, how many feet you get For most people, that's not just something you can just get on on a flip. So to me, if you're going to be adding this stuff, start working with it this year. Add it over the winter. Add. That's my personal opinion. So I'm going to be adding these in the areas that I want to try the most first, which is walkways, up against things, because I have other tricks that I do. And I don't mind tilling some, y'all. I don't know why everybody's so anti-tilling. I mean, I get the whole soil thing, but I mean, it's just a little bit of a sweat and back work, y'all. But long story short, what I'm going to be doing, let me tell you, is so I'm trying to clear my walkways, okay? Because I can come out in 30 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever, and I can weed around things. That's not a big deal to me. But let me show you. Looky there. What is that? Remnants of something. But right here, I'm going to be putting my plants right here. So I use these stands. I love them. I love cattle panels too. I really, really do. But I'm trying to figure out this farm versus the other. So I'm still utilizing these. These are great for peppers. These are from Gardener Supply, okay? And I think you get 3 for like $50. Let me tell you how I got those. Well, I'll tell you how I got them. It took me like 4 years to get as many as I have, because I would get a pack for Mother's Day, or I would get a pack for Christmas. I first got I think I got 6, and then I waited till the next year and I added 6 more or whatever. This is the same thing I'm talking about with all these other doodads. You just add as you go, and I'm still using them 10, 12 years later. I try to use everything that I have. Cattle panels we just got up from the old house. I try to use everything that I have in any which way I can. So what I'm gonna be doing is, y'all, grass clippings. Listen to me. If you do not treat your soil, treat your grounds, we don't, you want to be using, there's a hair, I'm sweating so bad. Grass clippings. Just make a little circumference around your tomatoes or your peppers or whatever you're planting. Just a couple of inches. Don't put anything there, maybe a little bit of mulch or wood shavings or whatever, your wood chips. And then, guys, if you want to help smother out weeds, I'm telling you right now, mow your grass, collect your grass clippings, and put that in there, okay? The man is headed to Home Depot as fast as he can to get more steaks. Bless his heart. Okay, so listen to me. If you're in a hurry to plant and you're starting out and you don't have a lot of things to use to really boost these little plants, these tomatoes or peppers, basically everything that I put in the ground, if it's a plant, this is what I use as a basic. I've made videos on this before, and I add other things too, but today I'm gonna have to come back later and do the rest. You'll see that too, what I'm gonna do. Folks, Epsom salt. Invest in a lot of Epsom salt. You can get it at the Dollar Tree, you can get it at Dollar General, you can get it at Walmart, you can get it, I don't know, you can get it everywhere. Plain old Epsom salt. I'd put about a tablespoon in or so, just slosh it in there, you'll see in the hole. And antacids, just Tums. Okay, you want that calcium carbonate. This is what helps keep your tomatoes, when you actually develop the fruit and you get that blossom end rot underneath, that's a calcium deficiency. If you go ahead and I take one, folks, you can grind them up, you can put them in your mouth, go chomp, 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 and just boop, put it right down in there. Do that this time, and then about 2 weeks, then I'll sprinkle it around, or look how old school I'm going. Y'all remember these things, videos on these things? Honey, I'm still using these things. These are the bomb diggity. These are my aqua cones, and I'll put those items, anything that I want to use, whether it's a fertilizer, whether it is the things I just showed you, I'll put them down in here. Because I put this in the ground, I'll put in some sand because that slows down the draining for the water, and then whatever I need, the plant pulls everything through to the root as it wants and as it needs it. It is genius. Okay, before I do my tomatoes, I want to go ahead and do, those are those big Bright Lights Cosmos, folks. I've been growing for years. Last year I had the biggest abundance ever, and they've all come back. So this is one of my mini bags of seeds. And they grow so well here, and they're beautiful. So I'm going to add them to this garden. I've never done that before, not in down here. So obviously not. This is only my second year. Hello. So let's put them in here. You just take them. They are the easiest to seed save from. Look at that. They just dry straight off the bloom, and you just leave them, and you just go and they're like little stars, a bunch of big complex stars, and you just pull them right off. It is the most amazing flower ever, literally. I wouldn't say I love it better than the zinnia because they're very different, but I don't know, people. I don't know. I'm gonna be very generous. Let's get it in there. Okay, so the cattle panel is up, and I'm gonna be planting my Bite Alpha Israeli cucumbers. These are my favorite cucumbers ever. I've been growing them for years, year after year after year. These are some of the seeds I got last year. They are fantastic, okay? So simply built my little trench. We've got the cattle panel up. We've got the large end down, obviously at the bottom, because it does tend to get a little bit smaller up here. And yes, I have to put one more large T-stake here in. They're at the barn. We'll get that in a little bit, but right now I just need to get these seeds in the ground before the temperature drops 20 degrees and we get all these thunderstorms. All this is coming in at one time. Storms and a major temperature drop.
Engineer, where are you headed? Carry me back to Tennessee. Oh, I got a little girl who's been waiting. Promised that she'd marry me. Mister, can we leave this seat? I'll shovel coal, Lord, to pay my fare. Gotta get this train down to the station. My little girl waiting for me there. Well, the night is dark and Lord, it's cloudy. I've been traveling that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see.
Well, like I said before, I do not know how this video is going to turn out, but guys, other than putting the fencing up here and the sweet potatoes, which we've set the entire area for, we just have to burn the holes. We have the burner for the woven mat, the landscape fabric. We have the whole deal. That's going to be last. So if the thunderstorms come in and I don't get to plant those till tomorrow or Sunday or even Monday, I'm not going to stress about it because everything else is done. I say over and over, I'm not sure how our grandparents did it. That's why I always tell myself I have nothing to complain about, right? We're going to be victorious. We're not victims. And yeah, I've started drinking these. I used to juice a lot and I got away from that and I'm trying to get back to it. So a lot of Power Green, apple, banana, Power Green, celery, whatever you can put in there that's good for you. Put it in there, people. Guys, we appreciate you watching. I think I give myself permission to take the rest of the day off after we do this last little bit. What do you say? Bring on the rain. Guys, we'll see you on the next video.
Traveling on that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see me. For that long old train, won't you carry me? Oh, train, 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 won't you carry me?